Hello everyone. So in this video lecture, let's start with the economy, the one-liners, which can be helpful for the all one-day exams at the same time for the UPSC as well. So let's begin. First question is the term mixed economy denoted. So you can do one thing, just listen the question and try to answer without seeing the video, and it will help you. So just try it once. Let's start. The term mixed economy denoted existence of both private and public sectors. In an economy, the sectors are classified into public and private on the basis of ownership of enterprises. A firm sells new shares worth 1,000 direct to individuals. This transaction will cause no impact on the gross national product. In India, agriculture income is calculated by output. Who coined the term Hindu rate of growth for Indian economy is Raj Krishna. GDP at factor cost is GDP minus indirect tax plus subsidies. Let's move further. So I hope you're trying as you're listening the question and trying to answer it. And once you don't know the answer, then you can have a look. So please try to listen in the audio form instead of going through the video form, because it will help if you have already prepared. If not, so you can refer the first time and the second time you can go through this. So let's move on to the seventh question. Per capita income is obtained by dividing national income by total population of the country. Eighth one, gross domestic product is defined as the value of all final goods and services produced in an economy in a year. Here economy means some particular state or country. Next is depreciation is equal to gross national product minus net national product. Next is net national product of a country is GNP, that is gross national product minus depreciation. Who had estimated national income in India first? So he is Dadabhai Naroji. The most appropriate measure of a country's economy growth is its per capita income. Under which plan did the government introduce an agriculture which gave rise to green revolution? One of the most important question and asked in most of the one day exams. That is third 5-year plan. Next, structural employment arises due to heavy industry bias. The standard of living in a country is represented by per capita income. Which plan gave emphasis on the removal of poverty for the first time? So it is both fourth and fifth. So most probably it was mostly emphasized in the fifth 5-year plan. NREG, that is NREGP, is the abbreviated form of National Rural Development Guarantee Program. When was the Jawahar Rojgar Yojana launched? In the year 1989. A situation where we have people whose level of income is not sufficient to meet the minimum consumption expenditure is considered as absolute poverty. Let's move on to the 20th question. Nature of unemployment in agriculture in India is seasonal and disguised. The implement of Jawahar Rojgar Yojana rests with, so it rests with Gram Panchayats. The government has renamed NREGA scheme, and the name associated with the scheme is that of Mahatma Gandhi. The agency, next is the agency the government has engaged to grade and standardize various agricultural products is Directorate of Marketing and Inspection. The blue revolution is related with fish production. Okay, so the emphasis in blue revolution. So simultaneously, if you want to refer, you can refer the other revolutions, that is yellow, white, and all. Indian agriculture is typically characterized as land scarce, labor surplus economy. The fertile land between two rivers is called Doab. The Commission in India dealing with minimum support price, procurement price, etc. in connection with agricultural goods is Agriculture Price Commission. The term Green Revolution has been used to indicate higher production through enhanced agricultural productivity per hectare. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan has distinguished himself in which fields? So it's in agriculture. Next, the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development was established in the year 1982. Next is one of the objectives of industrial licensing policy in India was to ensure balanced industrial development across regions. Okay, so it is the balancing of industrial developments. Next is 32nd, the one which is the classification of industries on the basis of raw materials, that is primary and secondary. Next, token privatization or deficit privatization of public sector units occur when the government sells 5% of shares. Okay, so it has to be marked in the red, as I have forgot for the same, so pardon for this. Next is 34th, disinvestment is offloading of government shares to private companies. Okay, it means giving some shares to private companies. Next is the biggest enterprise of the government of India is railway. Next, the major aim of devaluation is to encourage exports. Next, the series of currency notes issued by the RBI has ecology depicted on it, that is Swiss franc. Next, inflation is caused by increase in money supply. If money supply it increases, automatically there will be inflation. And quite opposite is inflation or deflation, you can call. Next is devaluation usually causes the internal prices to remain unchanged. Okay. Next, 40th one, in India 1 rupee coin and notes subsidiary coins are issued by the central government. Next one, new capital issue is placed in primary market. The process of curing inflation by reducing the money supply is called disinflation. As I have told you, the opposite of this. Okay, long-term funds in the capital market can be raised either by borrowing from certain institutions or through issue of securities. Next, what is the name given to the common currency of the European Union? That is euro. The currency of Thailand is baht or baht. Devaluation of currency leads to expansion of export, contraction of import, and expansion of import substitution. Next question, who has the sole right to issue paper currency in India? So the one and only one, that is the Reserve Bank of India, RBI. Full convertibility of a rupee means determination of rate of exchange between rupee and foreign currencies freely by the market forces of demand and supply. The present Indian monetary system is based on minimum reserve system. Next, 50th one, the term stagflation refers to a situation where rate of growth and price both are decreasing. So I hope you could differentiate between inflation, stagflation and disinflation. Let's move on to the 51st, 51. That is, during the period of inflation, rates should increase as it is a condition for inflation. The existence of parallel economy or black money makes the monetary policies less effective. Next, what are open market operations? So it is selling of gilt-edged securities by the government. Next, 54th, the rate of interest is determined by commercial banks. Okay, so RBI has its own rate. At the same time, commercial banks they can decide their own rates. Okay. Next is interest is the reward for abstinence is said by Marshall. It is said that good banker is one who knows the distinction between mortgage and what is the next? Liquid assets. 57th one. Which bank was earlier called the Imperial Bank of India? So it is SBI. Bank deposits that can be withdrawn without notice are called demand draft. In your day-to-day life, we call it DD. The Reserve Bank of India was nationalized in 1949. Open market operations of RBI refer to buying and selling of government bonds. The Narasimhan Committee in the year 91 on financial reforms proposed for the establishment of four-tier hierarchy of the banking structure. One of the most important question. Next is green banking means financing of environmental friendly projects by banks. Next, and the important question, and most of the aspirants they even confuse with this, that is the 63rd question. The bank rate is the rate of interest at which the Reserve Bank of India provides loans to the scheduled commercial banks. Next is 64th. Interest on public debt is a part of transfer payments by the government. Okay. Next is 65th. The break-even point is where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. 66th. The tax which are exclusively and totally assigned to the central government by the Constitution is corporation tax. Fiscal policy is related to government's revenue and expenditure. If the tax increases with higher level of income, then it shall be called progressive tax because both the things are increasing. Okay. Next is Finance Commission is constituted once in 5 years. The report of Vijay Kelkar committee relates to tax reforms. What is the purpose of India Brand Equity Fund? So its purpose is to make Made in India a label of quality. Next question. Foreign exchange rate means the rate at which the currency of one country can be traded for the currency of any other country in the foreign exchange market. Next question. The practice of selling goods in a foreign country other than one's own country at a price below the domestic selling price is called dumping. A trade policy consists of export-import policy. Next 75th, and it is also important for the one-day exams, that is the World Trade Organization was formed in 1995. 76th, FERA in India has been replaced by FEMA. Next, 77th, the National Institute for Agriculture Marketing is in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Next, World Bank is also known as, one more important, it is also known as International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. The capital of IMF is made by contribution of member nations. Next, World Bank helps countries with loans for the purpose of reconstruction and development. Next question, SDR stands for Special Drawing Rights. Yeah, the next question is very important for the one-day exams. That is, the head office of ADB, that is Asian Development Bank, is in Manila. Production is at socially ideal level under perfect competition. Okay. New firms are barred from entering the market in monopoly. Okay. So already the organizations which have achieved their monopoly, they do not allow to enter the new firms. Price cost, next question, price cost is equal to variable cost plus administrative cost. Next, 86th one, that is an expenditure that has been and cannot be recovered. It is sunk cost. Who propounded market law? So it is J.B. Shaw or Say. Amartya Sen was awarded Nobel Prize for his contribution to the field of, everybody knows economics, he is in the, but this term is very important, welfare economics. What is needed for creating demand? That is price. Who said economics is the science of wealth? One more important question, although all the questions are important, but those I am saying important are way ahead than others. So he is Adam Smith. Next, production function expresses financial relationship between physical inputs and outputs. Once again, production function, it expresses financial relationship between physical inputs and outputs. So I hope you are clear with this. Let's move further. 92nd, interest is a reward for parting with liquidity for a specific period is according to Keynes. 93rd, extension or contribution of quantity demanded of a commodity is a result of change in the unit price of the commodity. For price discrimination to be successful, the elasticity of demand for the product in the two markets should be different. This is how actually it has to be. If it is same, so the demand, it will affect. The law of demand expresses effect of change in demand of a commodity on its price. When an average cost of production falls, marginal cost of production must be less than the average cost. Next, 97, a fall in demand or rise in supply of a commodity decreases the price of that commodity. It means as the price decreases, its demand will increase, or if price increases, the demand will decrease, vice versa. 98th question, an exceptional demand curve is one that moves upward to the right. Next, 99th question, that is production function explains the relationship between initial inputs and ultimate output. The repetitive question, in economics, the terms utility and usefulness have different meanings. 101, laissez-faire is a feature of, so he told about the capitalism and he emphasized that capitalism is the best. Okay, later on, even it had some drawbacks as people they came to know. Next is in which type of competition does marginal revenue curve coincide with average revenue curve? It is perfect competition. According to Scumter, entrepreneurs are entitled to enjoy the profit of their innovative activities. Next, demonstration effect means imitating of consumption. Next question, homogeneous product is a feature of perfect competition. The relationship between the value of money and the price level in an economy is, listen once again, the relationship between the value of money, okay, and the price level in an economy is inverse. Always it's inverse. Next, 107, if two commodities are complements, then their cross price elasticity is negative. 108, surplus earned by a factor other than land in the short period is referred to as quotient. Once again, one more important question. The terms microeconomics and macroeconomics were coined by Ragnar Frisch. 110th and the last one, economics is what it ought to be. This statement referred to normative economics. So thank you all, and all the best for your exams. And try to follow the same strategy as I have told, that please listen, and then after, if you don't know the answer, then look at the video. So thank you.